Yeah, so hello and welcome to Sarcastic. My name is Philip. I'm a full stack developer as well as a graphic designer. So apart from that, I tutor online through my YouTube channel, this Sarcastic Devs. So into today's video, we have a great topic to discuss. Yeah, data and the gig economy. Yeah, I'm happy to have a guest here, an expert. Was a very versatile experience in data science and also teaches the same thing. Yeah, so we'll hear from him. I'll introduce himself and yeah, maybe before we continue. Yeah, so welcome.
Thank you so much, Philip. My name is Nehemiah Wekesa. I'm a data scientist and also I do teach the same different institutions. First of all, I have a platform called Nemtech. It's an edutech platform where we teach tech enthusiasts on the tech-related stuff, for example, how to code web, mobile application, data science, and many other things. Apart from that, I do teach at Eldo Hub. I also, back then, I taught at Oxford College, and also other institutions there, the UK, on the freelance basis, like remotely. So I have some experience on the data and also as well in the gig economy now that I venture into that field. So it's my honor to be here. Thank you so much for the invite.
Okay, welcome. Yeah, so as you have heard, it's well experienced, and actually we are going to get deeper into that. So we are going to discuss this great topic, which is data and the gig economy. Yeah, so in this topic, we are going to explore the intersection of data analytics, digital platforms and gig work. Yeah, temporarily flexible jobs and often facilitated by digital platforms like Uber, DoorDash, Fiverr and also Upwork. Yeah, so this topic covers how data is used, managed and also leveraged in the gig economy to make decisions affecting workers, businesses and consumers. So at the end of this video, we're going to discuss about we'll get to understand what is gig economy, the role of data in the gig economy, impact on gig workers, ethical and privacy concerns, regulation and policy implications, future trends and also implication, consumer role and awareness. Yeah, so and also we'll hear his personal experience. What the challenges has he faced, and also how is he navigated through them, and other things, how he got himself into this career, into this field, and how what inspired him to get into this career. So, Bwana Nehemiah, let's hear from you. Yeah, can you share a personal experience that shaped your perspective on data usage in the gig economy?
Now, I think that's a very, very interesting question. Now, basically, first of all, what inspired me to be to venture into this career. You know, back then, I think early to 20, I think it was 2020, we realized that there was a surge in the AI and automation. So most these big platforms, they were venturing or maybe integrating this AI and automation in their platform. And this platform, or maybe these automation things or data-driven decisions, it is it is driven by the data itself. So I saw it is very, very significant for me to venture into that field so that I can be part of the team who are going to train the AI models and to make good impact or maybe the good usage on the people's data. So it is very, very vital because now with the data, you can get a data-driven decisions, you can automate things and many, many other things. So I can say that the thing that really inspired me to venture into the data field is now the data-driven decision and automation. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
That's so great. Yeah, the other thing we would like to hear from you maybe is what challenges have you faced in your work related to data in the gig economy and how have you navigated them? Because you can say that you have been doing tutoring online, you have been teaching people, you have been freelancing, doing gig works online. How have you navigated through those challenges? Have you faced any challenges in your gig work?
Yeah. Sometimes, when you work, first of all, in the context of the gig economy, first of all, the gig economy is now to these jobs that are doing in short form, like in the freelance basis or remotely on a contractual basis. So sometimes you might find that you have some other activities or other engagements that you want to do, but then you also have to meet the deadlines in these gig works. So sometimes to meet it pushes you sometimes even to sleep late at night just to meet the deadline, because there's also something that you need to create when you're doing things remotely. You need to create the profile, the reviews from the people. Once you deliver good work, then you're going to have a good flow in the gig economy, like the job opportunities and all that. So sometimes you get that pressure to work till the late night, because I also teach, I also do the projects, clients' projects, and I also do other things, personal things. So sometimes you need to have a very tight schedule so that you can meet all these aspects.
Yeah, that's great. How about sharing your personal information online, or maybe to different platforms whereby you're working? Have you faced any security issues or privacy concerns that maybe you'd like to talk about?
Oh yeah, that's very true. That's a very good question. And I remember back then, when I still at the campus first year, I used to like gaming. So I used to opt to go to these cracked softwares, and the hackers had embedded the malwares in those softwares. So at one point I find myself that my system was crashed, I was hacked. So people are able to access my information, and they are able to operate my computer and all those. So they have full access to my computer. So I can say that sometimes you can share your data unintentionally, and then it's going to cost you a lot, because now I can see at that time I had to change my operating system, because now the hack is now controlling my computer. So you can see now it's going to break every flow on my work. Every code is going to be it's going to disappear and all those things. So it affected me very, very much. And I see also most people nowadays, they do share their personal information with these people who are not good, they don't have the good intention. So you find yourself that you are exposing your sensitive data to these people, and then it's going to cost you a lot,
Oh yeah, so thank you for that. Yeah, another thing I would like to ask you, or maybe you can share with someone who is watching today. How can they secure their data? How do you think data is important? How do you think data is important, and there's a need to secure their data online?
Yes, that's very serious question, a serious concern that we need to address. First of all, data is very, very key thing, and remember, data is any information which is transmitted electronically or digitally. So data could be your personal information, names, phone numbers, and perhaps your interaction. First of all, this data is being generated everywhere. For example, when you go to YouTube, when you just view a video, then data is going to be generated. That's why you see that this video, it has how many views. Or maybe when you like a video, when you interact with a video, there's that impression and all that will improve, will help the platform's algorithm to boost their recommendation things. So you realize that this data is very, very significant. It can be used to boost the performance of these systems, for example YouTube, Netflix, Twitter, to recommend the post based on the engagement. So data is very, very vital. It can be used to optimize or maybe to improve now the performance of these platform. But then as well, it can be used by bad people to hack your system. I remember there's a time where I was stuck. I remember my memories when I was still at campus. We were going with these the loan apps. So you are to apply on a loan, and then you are stranded, you apply for a loan, and then you share your information. Then later, after you clear the loan, then you see that you are receiving a lot of calls, you know, and it is very distracting because sometimes you just want to set and then you are receiving these unending calls, you know. It can be very, very bad. And also sometimes when you share, you click links, you download things that are not legit, you find yourself that you're exposing your data. So these things is very, very key. Like data is very, very sensitive because it can be used as well by the bad people to manipulate you or to do harm to you, but it can as well be used to in a good way to give data-driven decisions.
The other thing I would maybe I would like to know from you, how has data transformed the gig economy over the past decade, and what are some of the most significant changes driven by data analytics?
Yeah. So I think so much. That's very good question. Basically, data has literally changed how things work nowadays, because now with these rider platforms like let's say Uber, you can share your locations, and then someone, or you can just share your location, precise location, and then someone can get you, because we have the algorithm that is going to link you and the customer, and then they are going to you're going to communicate and be able to get access to the driver and be driven anywhere you want to go. So you can see that now the importance of data. You've shared your data, your location, your location, so you're able to get transported, or maybe to be taken to any place you want. Or perhaps, let's say you are working remotely, but because you've been working well, there's a good reviews, there's a good likes, comments, and many other things. So you can see people are going to get you, they are going to give you more gigs. Mm-hmm. So you can see now when you share this data, or maybe when this data is being integrated in this gig platform, then it's going to boost you. It's going to change how people perceive you, and also how you are going to get the jobs. Because now when you give, when you get, for example, good reviews, or maybe, for example, if you share precise location on an Uber app, you can, and then you can see it also estimates time. For example, if it's an Uber or a Bolt, it's going to estimate also the time between, the distance between you and the Uber, and also the time it's going to take, for example, the driver to reach you by the Google navigation maps. So data can change, has changed a lot in the digital space nowadays. Yeah.
So with that, we can see that data has really transformed gig economy and different platforms through sharing of your personal information, or maybe your other addresses, your live locations and all that, has really improved other platforms like Uber and all that. Yeah. So you've heard from Nehemiah here. So another thing I would like us, maybe you tell us, what are key ways that gig platforms use data to manage workers? Can you provide an example of how algorithms influence work assignments, pricing, and also performance evaluations?
Yeah. Thank you so much for that question. First of all, at this gig economy, they usually use our data, or maybe remember data is, as I said, is just any information that is transmitted or electronically. Let's say you're working on a freelancing platform. Let's say it's something like a remote task, or maybe Outlier, or maybe Upwork. So you are going to work on a project by the client. First of all, the client is going to share the work. And then in that work is going to in that platform is designed in such a way that it's going to display the client's location, the budgeted price, amount, and many other information. So it's sharing now their personal information. And then now the information relating to the work. And then now what you are going to do is you are going to bid for that work, and then you are going to work on that project. And then once you do it well, then you're going to get the reviews, because they have integrated the reviewing system, the the reviewing system and the rating system, such that they can rate you as a good person or maybe a good freelancer, and give you they are going to give you like a good reviews. Now, when you get this good review, then the platform is going to recommend you to other clients, potential clients, because you have shown that you are capable of delivering work. Now, based on the data, your past experience, so the platform is now able to recommend you to other freelancers who will be interested to you to, or maybe they want to do a similar project. So I can say that now with that data, you're able to, like with the past experience or maybe the information that you had before, now the platform can be able to recommend you to other potential clients. Yes, so it's very, very significant, like this data in these gig platforms.
What are ethical considerations surrounding the use of data in the gig economy, especially regarding privacy, transparency, and also fairness?
Yes. Yeah, I think that's also very important, because nowadays, in fact, here in Kenya, we have the Data Protection Act 2019, and also globally we have the Global Data Protection Regulations. So with these laws, then we can be able to regulate how data is being transmitted, shared, and how it is used. Like, for example, the data protection law in Kenya suggests that, for example, let's say you are collecting someone's data, you need to give that person full access to the data. So they should be able to delete their data, they should be able to change, to modify, or maybe remove completely from that platform. So they have that full access to their data, and they can do anything with it. So now, once you consider these things, like you consider these policies and stuff, you will understand that it's going to reduce this aspect of people just collecting data anyhowly, and they just expose it wherever they wish, because now you realize that now with this law, you're going to face a serious issues with any institution or maybe any government, because you need to adhere to these laws in order to be in good terms with everyone. Now, the reason to this is because sometimes you might be sharing your information, or maybe you might be collecting the information just with a good heart, but then it hands to a wrong person. When your data is landed to a wrong person, then you can use that data in a very bad way. Like, I remember in the recent past where we had a demonstration, I think in Kenya, some people were being abducted because of the data being shared, the contact, where they can now track the precise location and all those things. So you can see now it exposes you to insecurity issues, and also you also sometimes need your privacy. So you don't just want to expose this information. That's why they encourage you that, for example, when you are creating a platform, let's say you are creating an e-commerce or any information, any platform that requires people to submit their personal information, you need to give them access to their data so that they can be able to tell you, for example, remove this, I don't want to share this information, I want you to share this information, or maybe delete that information. And also you need to explain also how the data is going to be used. Like your data, how you are collecting the data, and this data is going to be used how. So you need to provide a very clear explanation to the people so that they may not get themselves into trouble, because you understand now that with sharing your data, it can expose you to a lot of risk. Your phone can be hacked, your computer can be hacked, or maybe just you can be damaged the reputation based on the information that you have. For example, someone shares your image anyhowly, and perhaps you are not in the good state and stuff like that. So it's very, very important to consider this law. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, so thank you for that. Yeah, at least someone who is watching this can really understand how data is very important. What are the current regulations around data use in the gig economy, and what changes do you think are necessary to better protect gig workers?
Yes.
How do you think that these platforms can be improved?
Oh yeah, that's very true.
Protect data, maybe people's data and all that.
Yeah, that's very true. I know at the moment we have these regulations by the government, as I had earlier explained, but then these platforms are not taking it seriously. They are not taking it seriously, and that's why you can see at the end of the day you find yourself that you are being, your information is being shared anyhow, and is being, you can, like a person can misuse your data. And also, nowadays we can see we have some biases. We have some, these are gig platforms where they give jobs based on the ratio or maybe the age. For example, if you are young, you might be considered on an opportunity, yet you have another person that has the same capability, or maybe you have a young person who has the same capability. But then because these algorithms are trained under their biases, there is some biasness in these algorithms. So you can see that now with the information or maybe the data that is being used to train these AI models, then you find that is not providing the accurate, for example, to employment or maybe to employ the worker. For example, for facial detection or maybe the facial, recognition and stuff like that, so it can expose you to, because they have other people or maybe other platforms which are very racial. So sometimes can make you not get a job based on just your personal information, perhaps your photo, your age. Yeah, sure. So you can see it's now exposing to those things. And also another thing you can see nowadays, I think there's this trend now when you go to this social media platform, there are some other social media platforms that you see that you can, like they recommend you something that you are really not interested in. In fact, nowadays it is very hard to watch or maybe to open a social media account with someone else because you're not sure on what content they are going to recommend you. Yes. So it is like that privacy and things that you want. It's not that customized. So there's some biasness. So these platforms can be improved. They train it with a lot of data, and they strictly recommend videos or maybe items based on how you need or maybe how you interact with the video, maybe how you watch the video. So they should train their models such that, for example, when you watch an education content, so they should strictly recommend you based on that category and that that piece. It's sort of like just recommending anything anyhowly. So I think once these platforms remove some biasness in these in their AI models, then I think it can be very effective. And also they should be thorough on to consider and maybe to adhere to these regulations on the data and the data regulation acts and also the global data protection regulations, so that they may give people access to the information and and they should know how their data is going to be used. And also there should be also some sensitization on data, the importance of data. So I think we need to sensitize people more about now the importance of data, so that they can understand why data is very essential. And that's why I like so much about this show, because now we are educating people out there about the importance of data. Yeah. So in summary, I can say that these platforms can be improved by removing some biasness on their models or maybe their recommendation system or maybe any other algorithms, and also to adhere to these regulations. Yeah, and also should be to sensitize people. It can help a lot.
Yeah, and definitely that one will improve now or protect gig workers.
Yes.
Yeah. As you can see now, we are in a trend, or we have AI and machine learning being integrated into these gig platforms. What future trends do you foresee in the gig economy? And how should both workers and companies prepare? Do you see that AI will improve the gig platforms?
Yes, that's very true. By the way, these are global, threat that AI is going to replace some jobs. So first of all, I want to say that the AI is not coming to replace jobs; it's coming to improve, to automate things,
to replace those people who do not know how to use
AI. Yeah, how to use the AI. So that's why I encourage people. That's why I like your platform, Sakazi Devs, where you encourage the tech enthusiasts on how to navigate the different platform or technologies, such that they can be in the latest, like they can be at the trend. Because you can see that nowadays everything is nearly going to automation. Like nowadays, if you want to get a poster, you can just tell the AI to generate you a poster. If you want to create a website, you can just prompt an AI, then it's going to give you like the code. So you can see now it's going to like help you to improve like to increase like a productivity. So it's going to improve like the productivity, and also it's going to help you like automate repetitive tasks, so that the machine can, there's something that 10 people can do, then a machine can do it in like a few seconds. So you can see it's going to help you to automate repetitive tasks, and also it's going to like help us understand to get informed decision, data-driven decisions. Now with the integration of the AI, we have this algorithm that can, for example, for example, nowadays you can have these tools, for example, on my phone, when I want to get some count, how I build a workout, there's that system that I can just use, and it's going to track, for example, how many steps I've taken, and many other things. But I can see nowadays...
How about gig workers, how maybe they're looking for jobs, because maybe we have someone who is watching now, and maybe is looking for a gig work online. Do you think that AI can really help him or her to get a job online?
Yes.
Maybe how can AI help?
Oh yeah. That, I was going there. So that's a very, very good question. As we said earlier, that nowadays you have these algorithms in these gig platforms. For example, let's say you are doing work very, very well, and then you have a good reputation out there. Let's say you are in Facebook or maybe TikTok, then you perform well, then your video trends. Then you can see now this platform is going to recommend you to allow maybe to expose you to potential employers. So you can see now with the help of these gig platforms, then you can now get potential clients, irrespective of your status, because now this social media everyone can access. So you can see that you're exposed to people, and then you can easily get this opportunity as well. For example, let's say it's an Upwork platform. So you can see when you do a good work, then there's a good reviews, there's good ratings, then the system is going to automatically recommend you to other potential clients. So you can tell that this platform, the gig platform, then it's going to improve you, it's going to, based on how you do work, how you perform, the reputation in the online space, it's going to boost you or help you to get more opportunities. So it's going to at the gig platform, or maybe this gig economy. Once you have good reputation in the online space, then you can get more opportunities. So it's just to maintain that discipline in the online space, do good work, deliver quality work. Then these systems, they are going to automatically automate or maybe to boost
to get maybe gigs work from employers. How can they utilize that AI, like ChatGPT? They can use other things like Copilot, other things like different AIs that we have.
Yeah, that's a very good question. Now, first of all, you can use this AI in many ways, and by that it can help you a lot. Let's say you want to bid on a project. Sometimes you don't know how you can compose a good proposal or maybe a bid. So you can use this AI, just can search with the best AI, like for example ChatGPT. Then you can give it the job post. Then the AI is going to go through the job post, and then it's going to suggest you some best proposal. So you can see now with the help of this AI, you can easily bid for jobs, and it doesn't have you can use, for example, Grammarly to ensure that your content is clear, doesn't have grammatical errors, and then as well you can use this AI. For example, let's say you want to design a poster, you can use the AI to give you some idea on how you can do the same things. And for example, if you are a developer, you can still use the AI to generate code, and then you can
content.
to create a content, and many other things. So So this AI can be used in many ways to help someone in the gig industry to get more jobs, and also to assist them in a very very good way. So it can be used, for example, to automate things, or maybe to boost their productivity, and also accuracy. Sometimes it helps a lot on delivering the accurate content. Yeah.
That's so great. That's so great for sharing that. We can say that AI will definitely help those people who are ready to get into gig work, the gig economy, and help them to get jobs from clients and all that. Yeah. So lastly, I would like to hear from you maybe. What advice would you give to someone considering to enter the gig economy, given the heavy reliance on data and algorithms?
Yeah, so first of all, I would encourage anyone that wants to, first of all, the future is now in the gig platform. Like here in Kenya, for example, I'm using because I'm a Kenya, we are Kenya here. I know this platform is global, but at the moment we are in Kenya, we know that to get an opportunity in the government, it's hard, it's very competitive. So you need to have a platform where you can get this opportunity, especially to the young people. So now when you embrace this gig economy, the first thing that you need to ensure is not to build that reputation. When you go online, make sure that because people can use your data, for example, in a different platform, like let's say Twitter, to give you a job, for example, in a different platform, because they can just go through your profile. Because now when you share some content which is irrelevant, or maybe it's not that pleasing, so they are going to use that data that you had shared earlier to know how they are going to give you a job or not. So I can say that people should understand how should build good reputation in this gig platform, so that they can boost them in their gig economy. And as well, when they are working on a project, even if it is low budgeted or something, provided you accept to do a work, make sure that you always deliver a good work, because now with the good review you will get more opportunities. So I encourage anyone that wants to venture into the gig economy, first of all, to make sure that they have the discipline in the internet, and maximize on this platform, do good works. And as well, we don't have one, for example, the freelance platform, we've talked more about the Upwork, but we don't have Upwork alone. We have freelancer.com, remote task, Outlier, we have Turin, and many other platforms. So maximize on this platform. So when you venture this field, and then for example you go to another platform and you can see you can't get these gig opportunities, make sure that you maximize on these other platforms, and it will help you a lot. Yeah, it will help you a lot, in the gig platform. Yeah, and also the good thing that here you are paid in different currencies, mostly you are paid in dollars. So you can see that when you translate it to your currency, you are going to get some good amount of money. So you can see it's an industry that you can gain a lot, and also you can build a good portfolio on the same.
Exactly. So lastly, what are some of the career opportunities that we have in data science field?
Oh yeah, it's data science. First of all, data science.
I know it's a very wide field.
Yes.
Just tell us just some of the career opportunities that we have in data science, and maybe to someone who is always willing to learn data science, how they can get in touch with you, and they can learn from you. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. First of all, as you just said, data science is a very very vast field. But then under it we have some other fields. In data science we can have a data engineer, you can have a surveyor, under it you can have a data analyst, AI researcher, you can be a machine learning engineer. There's a lot of things in the data field, and luckily at Nemtech we do teach these things. So we offer the courses on data science, data analysis, data engineering, machine learning, and a lot of tech stuff. So you can easily get us through the NemTech. In fact, on all social medias, we are available at NemTech. We offer those courses. We can discuss the amount, but we have the free freemium packages where you can, if you just want to get into tech, we have some free courses that you can take. But then if you want to get an advanced, then we can talk through those. So you can reach me on the email info@nemtech.com, or maybe just search for the NemTech, then you'll get my contact there. Then I will be able to learn more, and encourage everyone to get into the data economy, because we realize that nowadays in the future is now into data, data, and also AI and automation. So like for example, let's say you are a developer, you can just get an AI that's going to prompt you, and you can prompt an AI, then it's going to generate you the code. But then if you are now that person who's going to create that AI model, then you can see that it will be relevant now. So I encourage everyone to be in the data space, so we talk more when we interact. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, so thank you for that, and actually we'll share its contact down here in the description, and also the website NemTech, whereby you can just see what they do, the amazing work they do at NemTech. Yeah, so thank you so much for coming to our platform, share your knowledge on data and gig economy. At least it will help someone who is willing to get into gig economy, and also they can know what are some of the regulations, what are some of the privacy concerns they should take care of, how they need to take care of their data, and how they can get themselves into that. And also one of the most important thing that you're teaching the same thing, data science, and actually you're willing to teach someone who's watching today data science. Yeah, so maybe we can hear from you, your last comment on that, and then.
Oh yeah, so thank you so much. My last comment, I'll say that data is very, very sensitive. The way we talked today, this has been a very, very interesting topic. The takeaway I can say that you can realize that data is very, very important, because now with data, the platforms can operate well. But then when you misuse data, like when you just share data anyhow, then it can land on a wrong hands. So my plea to everyone is to secure their data. Security begins at the personal level. Make sure that you are sensitive about the data you share out there. And also when you are into the gig economy, make sure that you build good reputation. Don't argue more, maybe just deliver good work. Provided you are working on a client, you have agreed to work for a client, make sure that you deliver good work, because you don't know, they can recommend you someone who is going to, or maybe a client that's going to pay you more. So my encourage is just make sure that you get a good reputation in the online space, and embrace tech. It doesn't have to be data science. You can be a graphic designer, you can be a software engineer, or any other field. But then tech, make sure that anything you do integrate with tech. It can be much more selling. So thank you so much, Philip, for inviting me. I think it has been very, very interesting.
Sure.
And it's an honor, very honor to be here. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah, so that's the end of our video today. So if you're watching this video for the first time, remember to subscribe, like, and share. And also you can leave your comment there. We'll be having our next podcast next Wednesday. Yeah, so we'll be sharing more details on that. So see you then.